Okay, we're going to get into this one hive real quick and see if they're doing well on their honey super. Uh, and then see where we go. Just want to see where these are at right now. There they prop last cover shut. This is one of the new frames. We're building it out. Yep. And my frame that had the wax moth damage, they're pulling that wax and building out comb. So every frame in this box, they've got comb built out. So as long as the queen doesn't decide to come up here and start laying. In fact, since they've got so much wax built, I'll move these over and look at this one frame that's heavy waxed. No brood. And they're moving honey up here. Okay, so what I need to do now, since they've got all this frame, all these frames waxed good, see if I can find one that's, they're all doing good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little super on here, because I have one. Actually, I'm going to put the queen excluder on as soon as I get these spaced out a little bit. Let me go get my spacer. I'm going to keep them spaced nice and good so they'll build that wax out nice and heavy. Alright, let me get a queen excluder, which I should have done while I was running around. So I don't want that queen to get a little anxious and start going up here and laying. This keeps the queen down at the bottom. Can slow down the production a little bit. Because they have to get used to crawling through that excluder. And this having a little nectar up here will help draw them up. Okay, so I need a few more frames. Now if they do nothing but put some wax on these frames, I'm good for that, because next year I should be able to produce a lot more honey. That's 10 frames, but they're not going to ever, they're not likely to fill these with honey or get them built out that much. I brush them around so they won't get killed. And I put this top back down. Okay. And that's all we're doing for that one. Alright, besides that, 2 supers, lots of these. We'll see if they're in the box. These frames are fully built out. They were from a previous harvest. So all they have to do is fix the frames. And they have done that. Got 3 or 4 in the middle that are completely full. It's the top box. Let me get them spaced. And I'm going to put another box on top of it. What I'm hoping they'll do is fill out that lower super, but by putting more wax to build, they can also stop filling honey supers and come up here and build out wax. But I'm not worried about that right now. I just need a bunch of wax built this year. Now then, I got 9 frames in there, which is the way I like to build them out nice and thick. Now the important thing that you got to know is the honey flow is slowed down and won't get real strong again this year. Maybe a little later in the summer, but for now it's kind of stopped. So by putting an empty box on top, instead of storing honey, they may just come up here and build wax. And they may not do that. They may just continue to put honey in the other 2 supers. It's really kind of hard to tell. If it's a lot of nectar flow, then they'll do both. But I'm doing this because I need wax built out. Although I'd still like to have a good honey harvest. But we're going to let them go and see what they do. See if they fill it with honey or if they build out some more wax. All right, so they're doing real well. Not quite ready for a honey super, but I put one on there because I'm going to be gone for a week. So that way they got plenty of room to grow. And just want to remind you, whenever you do that, they can stop putting honey in the frames that they've already got built out and just concentrate on building wax. Or they'll continue to put honey up and not even touch that box. Either way, it's all good because I need frames built out. And even if they just barely touch them, then that's a little bit. And then next year they'll get back on those frames quite frequently. One interesting fact, the little brown nuke box that I tried to put in a 10 frame box that just left. Well, I checked that nuke box again, and there's a cluster of bees in it, and they're building wax. So it's upside down, so it's kind of difficult. I didn't want to move it around and do too much to it, so I kind of stuck a pre-waxed, not built out, but a heavy waxed frame upside down in this box, and see if they'll start drawing comb on that. And if they'll start drawing comb on that, then I can flip it over and put a lid on it and leave it where it's at and not try to force it to go into a 10 frame box. But they're back in that box, so who knows. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave me some comments. I'd love to hear from you. Talk to you later.